Welcome to the Nitpicking Nerd Ranking of a Commander series. Today is the 14th video of the series.
We're still doing these.
I'm your host, Joe Cherries.
I'm your host, Beezy, and together, the two of us combined make up the YouTube channel known as the Nitpicking Nerds. And if you like this really long video series that's still going and not even close to over, hit the subscribe button because it's really cool and you don't want to miss it.
And besides, you want to be a subscriber to this channel because our subscribers are 10% more likely to be survivors.
Hey, it's me, Disclaimer Guy, here to tell you we can't guarantee you're going to survive anything.
Great.
Thanks, Frank, for letting him know that.
Yes. Love our correspondent on the floor. We got to get started. We got to just get right into this. What is number 250?
Don't we go over...
At this point, if you don't know that everything is subjective and we're grading power, fun, art, coolness, uniqueness, go back to the first video because I can't help you here. We're really deep into this. It's a whole thing.
Well,
Check it out.
I feel like we're almost directly in the middle of how many we're going to end up doing.
The episodes,
It's
not
close.
necessarily the numbers, because we're at number 250.
Well, yeah, we're
but the
way past the
episode
halfway.
numbers. Yeah,
I feel like I didn't actually do the math on it, but we're really close to the middle.
yeah, we are. But 250 is Odric, Master Tactician, the other Odric.
Did you say 250? Because that's 260.
My contacts aren't so good. 260, Odric, Master Tactician. Yes, the other one.
Yeah.
This is the 2 white for a 3/4 first strike. When it and 3 other creatures attack, you control combat completely.
I mean, that's really strong.
This is almost makes me want to play mono white.
Almost.
Almost. This card needs to be any other color, and this deck would be sweet. Seriously,
Yeah.
anything else, and this deck would be awesome.
We'd also, it's funny, because he got a 7 for uniqueness, but he would have gotten less points if he was Boros, because he just would have been Boros attacks.
Boros attacks. Interesting.
He's more interesting as a mono white commander because he's not just Boros attack.
For sure. I like this card.
Is he,
I don't think it's very good, though.
who is he in this one? He's not, he's George Clooney in the other one. He looks like somebody else in this one.
Oh, I forget. The name's not even in my head.
Actually, this one's George Clooney. I don't know what the other one is.
They look very similar anyway.
Maybe they're both George Clooney.
Maybe Odric is George Clooney. I don't really know. But I do know that 259 is the daughter of Eric.
Safi, Eric's daughter. Daughter.
Eric's daughter.
Eric's daughter.
But that just means Eric's daughter in German, right? Daughter of Eric or whatever.
Yeah, it's just like Eric's son.
I don't speak German so good.
I don't think it has to do with German. It's just literally just Eric's son. It's Eric, daughter. It's the same thing.
Is she supposed to be like Leif Erikson?
I don't know. Who's Eric? Eric's her dad.
Great. Okay,
Classic
what does
Eric.
Safi actually do? She's a 2/2 for 2. You sack it, and the next time a creature you control will die, it comes back to the battlefield.
Yeah, she's combo-y.
This card goes infinite with cards like Renegade Railier and Sun Titan and Revelark and those friends. And also, any payoff just gives you a win. It's just good utility. This is one of the commanders that no one ever wants to kill.
There's
no point.
The other problem with this commander is this is a commander that gets hated out really quickly because it just... Usually when you're playing this card, you're playing a combo deck, so people see that.
Green and white are so good at finding creatures, and Renegade Railier is a creature. You're going to get bullied a little
Sun
bit.
Titan's a creature. Sack outlets. I mean, there's plenty of sack
Yeah,
outlets.
they're going to try to bully you. They're going to try to hit your graveyard if they have main deck ways to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen one person play this deck, and he got a little angry that he got hated out. It's like,
What are we supposed to do? Lose on turn 5? No thanks. I'm going to destroy your sack outlet.
yeah, let's show your sack outlet, or I'll make your graveyard useless.
Yeah, that's definitely something you need to do.
Yeah, that's Safi. Does she have the good flavor text, or?
No, she does not. There's a light, and someone's calling, Safi, wait for me. I don't know.
I was thinking,
Thinking of Akon's Run?
Yeah.
It's the Lurgoy, Safi, last words.
Yeah, that's how Safi.
That's the flavor text of some magic card.
Safi dies to the Lurgoyf.
Weak sauce, Safi. Experiment Garage, 258. What does it do?
It's a counters commander. And it has
Puts counters on things and then has all abilities of things with counters on it.
Yeah, this is Simek counters. This is Boros attacks, Simek counters.
This is Timmy, right? Timmy card?
Oh, very Timmy.
So, Timmy. There's infinite combos with this and Devoted Druid. Because Devoted Druid puts -1s, and then this makes counters and bleh.
Blech.
Go infinite very easily. Make a bajillion mana.
There's other ways.
That's the competitive route. I mean, the fun route is just, let's see what kind of stuff we can get into.
I don't even know. I'm trying to think. There's just so many random abilities to get from it. even know. I don't know what to get off the top of my head.
It doesn't really
Give me
matter. I
one.
think as long as you get untap abilities, that's mostly what you want.
That's fair.
Then
Give me one. Give me one weird ability to give this.
Regenerate.
So weird. So zany.
Ooh, actually, there's the troll from M20 that's pay 1 and remove a counter from it. And gains indestructible.
That's a good one. I like that one.
That's pretty cool.
That's already a cool one.
We got there.
That's a random troll. That thing's also. I've played against it on Arena. That random troll.
The card's good.
Yeah, and it's also gonna. It would be good in this deck.
They fixed it because trolls don't regenerate anymore. That's the new regenerate.
Boo.
Okay, next, your turn.
Rise, the Redeemed, 257. One of the only, and I say one of the only, but I think there might be another one on this list, or coming up soon. One of the only 1-mana commanders.
One of the only viable 1-mana commanders. This card is actually pretty good. It'll come down, it'll sit there, no one's going to kill it on turn 1 or 2. You can always activate it for at least 1 elf. And then later in the game, you play for 5 mana. It died twice, you play for 5 mana. Sweet.
Yeah, the art's good. This is fun. I mean, this is a token commander that comes out like early, often.
It has a huge effect on the game.
Right away.
I love it.
By turn 3, you can just be going crazy with her.
Seriously. I like this card.
You're green. You get ramp.
Yes, you are in green, and you get ramp.
Yeah, and because of that makes activating your abilities so much easier.
Is it a girl?
I always thought Rise was a girl, but
I thought it was Riss, and I thought it was a guy.
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter that much.
I thought Riss was a girl. I don't know.
Those things are not impacting Reese's numbers.
Yeah.
We're getting into commanders that I actually enjoy.
Yeah, I would. This is a commander that seems like it'd be a cool build around. There'd be probably a lot of cool things to do with it.
It'd be a little annoying as your opponents always know that it's coming down turn 1.
Yeah, I mean,
turn 1, I'll play a commander.
To be fair, when you play your Jace deck, turn 2 is always Jace.
It's the Jace turn. What can I say?
It's the same thing.
Ural, the Mist Stalker, 256.
What was that?
He stalks Mist. This is the.
Are you sure he doesn't stalk from the Mist? Because that would make more sense.
No, this is basically Bigfoot. I think is what they were going for. Mm-hmm. Misty Bigfoot, one of the first ever Voltron commanders.
I wish the art was. It'd be funnier if they were going for Bigfoot and the art was really. It's really tough to see him at all. Like he's just like super hidden.
It kind of just looks like a scam to me. I don't really see anything in here.
It's another fun commander. This is one of the old school Voltron commanders.
Yes, one of the first commanders that pushes you towards Voltron, I think.
I mean, he's just made to be Voltron. He literally says, play Voltron.
Play stuff on me. No one can do anything about it. Shroud is great.
No, not Shroud. Hexproof.
Hexproof is great. One of the first Hexproof commanders also.
Yeah.
Hexproof, any commander with Hexproof, we bump it up. Like if the commander didn't have Hexproof, this would be what, a 3?
Hexproof is so
Any
good.
commander with Hexproof just gets bonus points all day.
It has if it has Hexproof and then you give it Indestructible, it's hard to kill. There are ways to kill it, obviously.
But we're in the dozens of realistic cards now that actually kill this thing that your opponents could possibly be playing. How many are they actually playing? 4? Maybe in all 300 cards you're against?
They have to draw them too.
Yeah,
it's not like they just have them.
Yeah, Shroud, Hexproof, great abilities. Not fun or fair, but great abilities.
Oh yeah, speaking of Shroud and Hexproof, all the cards are slowly coming out of the battle box.
With Shroud and Hexproof,
they're so fun. It's just not a fun ability to play against. Which Euro got an 8. I'm guessing the 2 is literally from just the fact that you can't interact with it.
Not easily interactable. I mean, it still dies to board wipes all day long. Yeah. So what doesn't?
What happens? Indestructible.
What doesn't? Oh, indestructible, you say?
Erois, God of Victory. He's only there for you after you've won.
Yes.
He's coming in at 255.
This card is great. Honestly, this card is really good.
This is a Boros attack commander, but he lets you attack without being punished.
This is what I want, my Boros attacks commander. Not care about if you attacked with 10 creatures this turn, your 5-mana 3/3 flyer gets +1/+1 and has vigilance. Like, who cares? Give me an actual relevant attack ability like this one, where your creatures have menace and they can't take any damage, so they're basically indestructible while they're attacking.
Why didn't you just say what Tajik does or something?
I don't care. They're all garbage.
Like you made up some hyperbolic fake one
yeah,
instead of
that's
just
what they all in my head. That's what they all are.
Like instead of just the indestructible Tajik, who is randomly also if there's Battalion is a 7/7. Like that's a horrible card.
This attacks as a 7/4, indestructible. There's no killing this thing with damage or destroys abilities. It's an enchantment. It's not even a creature. If you don't want it to be, basically, this card's great.
It's gonna be a creature when you don't want it to be because your stuff
will
just have devotion.
You have control over it in the early game for sure.
People don't pay attention to the devotion, by the way. The other day, playing a game, somebody had one of the gods, doesn't matter, had a god out, and he's like, when someone's like, why don't you attack? And he's like, it's just not a creature. I'm like, yeah, it is. It just is.
Sometimes people think it's devotion of creatures, I think. They get confused.
Maybe that's true.
I don't know. You're dumb either way.
Yeah, just look at your devotion, count it. It's not hard to count.
Read your cards. But this card only got a 4 because how strong is Boros attacks?
I mean, you're in Boros. That's the trouble. How strong? It's not even how strong is Boros attacks. How strong is Boros the colors? They're not. They're the weakest two-color combination.
Although if Boros, let's say Boros suddenly got good, it's not like we're going to go revise all these. It's just, I mean, we could, yeah.
I mean, first off, that's not how Magic can't be.
That's not how Magic works.
You could never just you couldn't take Boros and just make it good in it would take years.
Yeah.
Years of printing Boros cards that fit.
Specific.
And it's just not going to happen. I'm fine with I would honestly go back and revise it. If Boros suddenly became much better in the next 3 years.
That's fair.
Why not? It's
well.
make us more videos.
Make us more money.
All about the monies.
Asami, Lady of Scrolls. This is right up there with Safi, our starter.
I can make that video for you. For money.
For money. Asami, Lady of Scrolls, speaking of fun commanders that end up getting you hated out because they're notorious combo commanders.
Oh, she's insanely good.
Mind over matter. Draw my whole deck. That's the whammy. But this card is really, really good. You hate this card.
I hate this card?
Remember my crappy Wizards deck that would sometimes play this?
It's so good.
It is so good. There's no losing value with this. You play it, it resolves. You're going to draw 5 cards if you have Wizards.
Yeah, this card is silly pushed. I don't know. It's so
Doesn't care about Summoning Sickness because it's a distinct ability on her.
Yeah, it's
great. This card is awesome.
Tap a wizard :
it doesn't require...
It's made the best way.
Yes, made the best possible way. This card's great. Wizard Tribal. Yeah, it deserves a 9 for power. This card's ridiculous.
The reason I hate cards that just give you free value, to draw cards for nothing.
And you don't have to work for it in any way.
You don't have to work for it in any way. There's nothing if you.
I mean, I remember you've gone, okay, kill your Asami. All right, I'll draw 5.
It's cool.
Okay. Does that feel good? Did that feel good to do?
It's I absolutely hated that card. I still hate that card. That's why I hate Skull Clamp. I don't like cards like that. I don't like cards that give you way too much value for no input.
Well, Skull Clamp should probably be banned.
I mean, something like Boost on Zenith is I spent 10 mana and drew 7 cards. That seems fair.
Boost on Zenith is the epitome of fair card draw.
It's such a fair card. And same thing with Sphinx's Revelation, all those kind of cards.
Yeah, I don't feel slighted by those cards, but Asami, you feel slighted by
I always feel slighted by this card. Wizard fun ranking. Wizard Tribal's fun. But
Wizard Tribal is
I want
sweet.
to push it down more. Get it down. Get out of here,
It's at 7.
Asami. I hate you.
Another god. Wow. This is the god episode. Efara, God of the Police. 253.
God of the Police?
Yes, this is the police commander. Tribal police. It's your Banisher Priests and your Detain cards, your Azorius Detain.
This card's cool. I mean, this is a commander, when I see it, I want to build around it.
This is a commander that looks like it would have an altar where there's a boombox on her shoulder. But it's really cool. I love any commander that abuses White Mane Lion, the card.
I mean, this one does it really
it's
well.
a 6/5 for 4, indestructible. At the beginning of each upkeep, if a creature entered under your control last turn, draw a card.
Card is super
It
cool.
prioritizes flash. This is a great commander where you don't have to keep it a creature.
This is another, something that this card suffers on is the fact that it just doesn't have any story.
No, she's one of the extra gods. Most of the 2-color ones were kind of,
I mean, how are you gonna tell a story, a coherent and interesting story, and include all 15 gods in a reasonable way? You're just not going to do it.
God of War did it.
Yeah, well, they just.
But he mostly just ripped all their heads off.
He just kills them all.
Yeah. That would be cool. Elspeth just goes god killing.
Dang.
That would be sweet. Elspeth is female Kratos. Sigarda, host of Herons. 2/5/2. What does that do?
Sigarda, host Herons. Hexproof.
That made me think of heckproof. Like heckin'. Or what the heck, like heckproof.
Hexproof.
Don't heck with me. I got heckproof.
It costs 5 mana. Hexproof, and you can't sacrifice permanents. Flying. This card is.
Voltron, anyone?
This is very Voltron. Don't cast your All is Dust into this. You will regret it.
You can cast All's Dust, but it won't be good for you.
It will do nothing to that player.
Right. But alternatively,
Alternatively, what?
don't cast your own All's Dust thinking that you're clever.
Oh.
You will lose everything.
Yeah, that's true.
You will lose it all.
Yeah.
How much more do we want to say about Sigarda? Big vanilla beater with awesome story, mind you, because she has to kill her sisters.
She does have to kill her sister.
And even before that, which this took place before that, she just was sweet. She had a freaking like sickle. She's flying.
They have another sister that we'll never see because
The black-white one who got banished or something.
there's something. Well, maybe next time we go back for the second time, the third time, maybe the
I
third
don't want to
time.
go back to these. I literally just want new planes.
There's
I don't-
there's an infinite multiverse. We have to return to this.
Time to go back to Ravnica. Let's see how Hakara and Lavinia are doing.
Oh, I'm so interested. Maybe Rat's doing something.
No, she won't. We'll never see her again.
You don't know that.
I do.
Talon, Sky Summoner, coming in at 251.
Recent Commander tune-ups.
This was it recent? Oh yeah, wow, it's like 2 weeks. It feels like
4 ago, but it was like a month ago.
feels like it was so long ago.
Well, we stopped doing them for the Throne of Eldraine.
No, that's fair. Yeah, because
2 blue for a 2/2. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you make a 2/2 flyer.
all you do is you make a couple 2/2 flyers and you counter every board wipe.
This is the counterspell deck.
It's it's so strong.
Cantrips, counterspells, card draw, sneaky, annoying blue effects. You know the drill.
To me, this is the deck I would never build because it builds itself.
Yeah, pretty much builds itself.
I don't. Again, we talk about this a lot. Decks that build themselves, not fun to build.
No, it lost a couple points because nobody wants to get all their spells countered.
Yeah.
But also, I think this deck is not nearly as scary as it looks. People get real salty about the counters deck. It's not that good, honestly.
No,
It's not that good. They have
counters
to-
are 1-for-1s.
Counters are 1-for-1s. They're losing card advantage every time. If you just stay on it and go, guys, let's kill Talran. Counterspell. Oh, they countered your removal? I have one. Okay. Talran is not good when you spend 6 mana on it. It's not.
Talon is strong.
It's a
Don't
strong
get us wrong.
commander. It's really strong at 4. It is not strong at 6. I've played against decks like this, even 1-on-1, where I get to kill their commander after they play it. When are you supposed to play it again?
Never.
Turn 10? No. No. Don't be afraid of these decks. Take them on. You can do this.
I mean, I'm not afraid of any. I'm not afraid of any deck. Recently I just told somebody not to play a deck because this wasn't fun.
Gotcha.
It's somebody was playing a deck that was like 10 levels above our power level
Yeah.
at the table. It's like, well, just don't play it.
Just don't do that.
Just don't do that. It's not fun.
I understand you can win. That is irrelevant.
Yeah, your deck can win. It can win on turn 2 or 3 very easily. Cool. Now let's
Or
play.
you feel free to play in pot of 1 and tell us how you goldfish, and we'll play in a pot of 3. Don't be afraid of these decks. Do social stuff. Take them out.
Coming up next,
Oh.
we have the man himself.
Nico Bolas.
Oh, Nico Bolas.
I don't know what accent that is, but I feel like it's offensive.
It's not an accent. It's literally not an accent.
I don't know who you're offending. Maybe you're just offending me.
Who would I? Yeah, I just literally started saying, like, when people were playing Nico Bolas, I'd always say that. I don't know why. Or why that
No,
started.
we don't know, but we do know
Oh.
that he's very bad, very cool, and the art is amazing.
He's not even. The worst thing is, a 2 still puts him, like, above so many commanders.
He's probably in the 40%,
At least if he
40th
hits.
percentile in terms of he has a 2.
At least when he hits, he destroys a player.
Actually, it's not just hit, it's damage. So if he pings, he can also just destroy a player.
Oh, okay.
That's why he has a 2.
I mean, I always give him a 2. Just even if it was just when he hits.
You always give him a 2?
I always give him a 2.
Wait, you'd give him a 2 if he was better?
Obviously, Nico Bolas got a 10. His art is. It's so weird. He's reading a book.
Okay, but the awesome art is he's staring at, he's screeching at a drake, and he looks amazing. That art is so good.
I know
if,
that.
If they
but-
printed another Nicol Bolas creature after the Ravager, I would think it is not cool. It would stop being cool. Bolas is not cool anymore, I don't think. He was cool here. Elder Dragon killing his brothers and sisters, that's awesome. Getting a Planeswalker Spark.
I don't think he's gonna stop being cool.
If they bring him back, it will be the least cool thing in the entire universe.
I think
I will hate it. Me personally. Don't do it.
that doesn't change the fact that he'd still be cool.
Why?
Nicol
What's
Bolas
cool
is
about it? He
cool.
lost. It's over. He tried. He failed.
He lost, but maybe his plan's not over.
It's over.
No one,
Literally over.
You don't know that.
That's just bad writing.
That's not true. He might have set another plan into motion beforehand.
My plan was to get trapped and be utterly defeated and lose my Planeswalker Spark.
Have you ever seen the Avengers? He did that. Loki got captured on purpose.
That was more of a payoff in 5 minutes thing, not payoff in 5 years. Let me go back to Ravnica for the 8th time.
Yeah, let's go back to Ravnica. Everyone wants Shocklands again.
And Amara Tandris is a Planeswalker.
she's now at 8/8.
We're not talking about reasonable things anymore. Let's go to the different version of Talran. Sai, Master Thopter is
This card's so much better.
249, 2 and a blue for a 1/4. Whenever you cast an artifact, you make a Thopter. And you pay mana and sacrifice 2 artifacts to draw a card? This card is nutso.
Wait, we give this lower power?
Yeah. It's an artifact deck.
Well, I guess that's fair. I was thinking, in my head, like, for some reason, Sai sticks out as somebody so much better.
Well, Sai sees modern play and is just a great
I
card.
guess that's probably what
and
it
is
is.
cheaper. But, I mean, casting artifacts isn't as tempo-y and good as...
Yeah, that's true. No, that
the
is
artifacts are
100%.
just going to get swept away.
Yeah, that's 100% fair. I was just, in my head, Sai's such a better card than Tauron. That's all this.
Well, we also think of constructed formats where he's 10 times better.
Oh, yeah. Like, this card is so good.
I mean, in Commander, he's literally better. He's above Tauran.
he is
He's
above.
a better Commander,
He is a
if
better.
you will.
He doesn't have a higher power level, but he does have.
This is a tier list. It's an order of which Commander is best. But we're taking in multiple factors, not just power.
Yeah. He has the same points. They do have the same. It makes sense that these two would fall very close to each other.
Yeah, tiebreaker, Sai's better.
Yeah, Sai's so cool.
We could just move on. I mean,
His art is really good.
You know what the artifact
He also has really cool. He has a really cool goatee.
that facial hair.
Pretty much the coolest goatee.
Where's your
ever.
facial hair, Talran? I don't see any.
Isn't he like a merfolk?
Yes.
Okay.
Neheb, Dreadhorde Champion. Which 85th version of Neheb is this? This is the 4-mana 5/4 trample Neheb.
This is the bad one.
The one where if you hit, you can discard a number of cards, draw that many cards, and make that many red mana. Neheb really likes his combat damage.
At least he's consistent. At least he's always around combat damage.
And Neheb, the character with like 0 lore,
Has 3 cards.
has 3 cards, obviously. I mean, they were just giving them out for free. Where's my card? Where's my magic card?
Poor Nahab. He was a great warrior and ended up becoming an
great-
eternal. My least favorite thing they did in Magic. He becomes an eternal zombie. Being eternalized makes every creature black. He lost the color black.
He was black and is now just red.
I don't get that. I don't understand that.
Oh, kind of frustrating.
It's so weird to me.
At least the gods make sense.
This is the Dreadhorde champion. He's on Ravnica,
He's red,
being a champion of the Dreadhorde.
mono red. And by champion of the Dreadhorde, we mean he's mentioned once in the book and dies immediately.
He's mentioned once in the book, and he's relieved of his. Who kills him? Samut. Samut kills him, and as
The planeswalker who probably should have just died in the war.
You
She
know.
has nothing to do and is not interesting in any way. Along with, Obnixilis and what's her name, Huatley, and
yeah, who cares about Hawaii?
go ahead and kill off.
Engrath? Who cares? Who cares about any
No,
of these-
Angrath has baby Minotaur daughters. I actually
Who
care
cares
about
about them?
them. They're adorable.
Just
They have to be cute.
yeah, but who cares about them?
There's plenty of planeswalkers that should have died. We can make a whole video about that.
How about Planeswalkers they
That
easily
should have died, not could have died.
Next, Polokranos, World Eater, 247.
The World Eater, 10 for coolness. This card's awesome.
I mean, if you eat worlds, even if it's just a nickname, Eater of Worlds. He's Bray
Wyatt. Yeah.
Bray Wyatt
Told
is.
you he has the same name as Pulchronos.
This is the Bray Wyatt deck.
Yes. This was the test Elspeth had to endure to appease Helia, I think.
Is it?
It was one of the promotional arts. It's kind of awkward because you're like, whoa, is this going to be the bad guy? And then on the back of every Magic card token was like, oh, Elspeth killed it. Great, I wonder what happens. But little did you know, she gets skewered.
No, little did we know that was going to happen. I knew the whole time.
Whoa. I mean, Ajani did have her tunic.
Exactly. Johnny
Despite the
has
speculation.
her tunic.
This card just fights. It's not an actually interesting card. It just got really cool points because the art is amazing and the story's cool.
Yeah, I mean, Polokranos is anything that eats a world or has a nickname World Eater. How is that not just?
It just feels like a deserved Hydra. It's a really cool Hydra.
Who are you ever gonna who's gonna mess with it? It fights.
Elspeth.
It's not that strong though. I mean,
Flavor win. Elspeth's minus kills this.
that's a flavor win, I suppose.
It is.
Unless you go. Oh no, that doesn't matter. Dang it.
Unless you so tiny it.
I was gonna do.
so tiny.
If you put a so tiny on it and it also has a thing. So she's 4 greater. So it just needs to be so tiny. So he shrinks a little bit and you put him in a jar, but also he's still a 3/5, which is pretty big.
I don't know. I could say a lot of things about that. I just don't want to. It's just we don't need to talk about the flavor of that.
The flavor of putting Polokranos in a little jar.
And Elspeth being unable to kill it now.
Now that he's trapped in a jar.
Okay. This card is uninteresting, so let's talk about it real quick. Your turn.
Naban, Dean of Iteration. What is the Dean of Iteration? What does it mean?
This is in our category of creatures that have names within the name. It's Dean of Iteration. Legendary creature. His name's Dean.
This is Yeah, no, it's actually
His last name is Naban.
Naban.
Naban,
Yeah, it's the
Dean.
That's what the comment is for.
Yes.
Yeah. Dean Naban.
Wizard
of
Tribal,
Iteration.
Panharmonica on your wizards.
It's poop.
How much do we want to talk about this?
The art's really
Take
good.
your Asami deck, copy paste it over here.
Other than the fact that he looks cool on the card, I don't think he has like any lore.
Moving on.
He's just
This card has lore. Heliod, God of the Sun, 245.
This is a 10 for coolness.
We're about to go off. This is the Elspeth day. Every creature is about Elspeth.
This one is about Elspeth again.
This isn't about the power of the card because the card's pretty weak. Vigilance, who cares? 4 mana for a 2/1, who cares?
Killed Elspeth with a godsend that he gave her to kill.
He's Zeus because he's a jerk. He's a jerk off.
Yeah, he's
Petty. He's jealous. He's just like all the Greek gods.
All of them are petty and jealous.
Pretty much, honestly, they're basically just spoiled humans. He gets good points because being an indestructible, unkillable machine is relevant.
Yeah. There's an infinite mana payoff if that matters.
Infinite mana payoff. Constellation, the tokens you make are enchantments.
That's
They
true.
can trigger your Constellation cards.
That's so random.
Maybe we'll get more of that because Constellation was really cool.
This card is so much like. I like that. Do we do? Oh, Ketra was a
Yeah,
good one.
compare this to the original Ketra. That card was a disappointment on every possible level.
It's just a bad version of this.
Why make a bad, uninteresting version of a card you already made?
Yeah.
With the same type, they're both gods. It's not even like, oh, this card kind of looks like this common from. No, they're the same thing.
Yeah.
Super bizarre.
It's really bizarre to have two token-making white gods from different sets.
When you only make gods twice. It's not like this is a 5th god set, and we're like, well, 2 of these gods look the same. It's like the only 2 you've done look very similar.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Okay. Macias, the Lunarch. Wow, we haven't gotten to this guy yet. 244. X and a white for a 0/0. Enters with X +1/+1 counters. You can tap him to put a counter on himself, or remove a counter to put a counter on all your other guys.
I mean, but Case's story is great. That gets a lot of points for having a great
Oh, yeah.
story.
He's so tragic because he's the most religious dude ever. And then he gets killed and zombified by Liliana, right?
I don't know if it's by Liliana.
I want to say Liliana, but he does get killed and zombified.
He does get
and
killed.
he just hates humans. That other one will be up way later, but mostly we're going for the tragedy.
The art is really
This
good.
card's story ends at he dies.
Yes, this card's story ends that he dies, but he also has great art. Oh, it's just so good.
Candles. Whew.
He looks like a religious figure.
He looks like it's so flavorful because he's literally giving hope and faith and power to everyone else
I think he's supposed to look like
through
the Pope, sort of.
Basically, he's
Yeah.
their Pope. But I love the flavor of it. Remove a counter from himself, give to everybody else.
Also, you can
So
play.
cool.
I like this card as a commander because you can play it on turn 2 and then start
Just
tapping
slowly increment him.
And then-
Untap strategies. Go wide, obviously.
go wide, untap. So many cool things. This is not a commander that builds itself, and there is a lot of ways to build it. I do like that about it.
Definitely. Lizolda, the Blood Witch. 243.
Is this the last one of these? I want you to play.
Why don't you like those cards?
I don't. I just. It's so.
Ravnica was the first.
It's like such a random cycle to me.
Ravnica was the first block that ever cared about guilds or allied or enemy color pairs. So it makes sense that they would push this.
I mean, I just don't like these cards. I don't like them because they didn't make any of them cool or interesting.
That's fair. So she's 1 black, red for a 3/1.
You know what?
Hey.
You know what? I know this isn't the last one because you know who's going to be later?
Momir.
Momir.
Okay, reading this card though. 2, sacrifice creature. She deals 2 to any target if it was red. Draw a card if the sacrifice creature was black. So obviously, if it was black and red, bingo, you draw a card and deal 2 damage.
Yeah.
This card's actually fine. It's not bad at all.
Fine is a great word for it.
Largely uninteresting from a power perspective. It's fine. I think her lore was actually pretty decent.
Art is good.
The Ravnica lore goes pretty deep. So all these characters have something about
Mandalore
them.
does go really deep.
Because there's books about them. There's a lot of books.
There's a lot. Same with Kamigawa. There's a lot of lore in Kamigawa.
But nobody cares about that.
No, because it's only lore and nothing else.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole set is lore and 3 good cards.
Your turn.
We have Balthor, the Defiled, coming in at 242. 2 black for a 2/2. Obviously, he gives all your minions +1/+1 minion tribal. Here we come.
All minions. Watch out for your opponent's minions.
Yes, watch out for your opponent's minions. Black. Sacrifice it.
Exile him.
Oh, exile it.
Same thing.
Remove from the game. Put him back in your command zone. It says, each player returns all black and red creatures from the graveyards of the battlefield. This one he randomly cares about red, but you can never play red in this deck.
So it's only a downside for you.
It is literally
it's
a huge
an
downside
extra
for you.
20% of cards get brought back because of this. really random, not a ton of lore. Overall, ended up being above average interesting.
The Balthor is just, it's one of these cards where it's like...
Balthor the Stout is cute.
I'm like looking at it, it's like he's so high right now. He is super unique in that he like reanimates everything. He also gets minions.
You just think it's weird that he snuck up this high?
It is. This card feels so much worse than where he is on this list.
Proof that we are being as objective as we can be because we don't care about this card.
But I could not. I want to stop.
Proof that we're objective.
Like, I guess I know. So I know a lot of the coolness came from the fact that he's got like a sweet beard.
Also a dwarf zombie.
He's a dwarf zombie that has a sweet beard.
Yes, that's a lot of the coolness.
Is he just dead grimly?
I guess. Okay, Gonti, Lord of Luxury. The Aetherborn are amazing. Can we just say that this card is not powerful? Almost at all. It got a 1 because it barely does anything. But the Aetherborn are so cool. He's a mafia boss who exchanges out his heart because his lifespan is like 2 weeks, and he just wants to live forever, and he controls like Kaladesh freaking underground stuff.
Poor guy.
And he's the Lord of Luxury. It's awesome.
I don't know how I would ever. I love that. Oh, yeah, Aetherborn is like, we've gone off this point, but let's just do it again. Aetherborn are super cool. They live a super short period of time, so they party the whole time.
Great concept. Wizards killed it.
That is a super cool concept. It's a super great idea. If you lived a super short life, you'd want to live it to the max in that short period of time. It's super cool. They literally have, their funerals are literally parties.
Yeah, because they're festive funerals.
Yeah, exactly. It's so awesome.
Yeah, that's really great home run with Aetherborn. We love Gonti. But now we get to go to this card, which I swear to God has been on this list 10 times. But no, this is the first time we're going over
Mrs. Bashiri. She is a gull.
She is a gull. She is a 1-mana 1/2. Very similar to Reese the Redeemed. You pay 3 to make a servo, or you can pay 5 and tap it to make an XX, where X is the number of creatures you control. Notably, that will not count itself.
The saddest part about this card here is that it's just worse than Reese.
But her Bashiri coolness points, being a kind old lady who helps Saheeli get the filament she needs in whatever that story we were listening to with the terrible accents was.
Oh, this is Bashiri. You want another stupid thing that happened in the story? Chandra, Nissa, and I believe Mrs. Bashiri are all trapped in Deathlock Trap.
Oh, the Deathlock Trap. Trap? Whatever.
They couldn't get out, and like they weren't going to be able to, they were obviously couldn't get out of it. But obviously...
Time to lose a quarter of our main cast.
Yeah, the Planeswalkers were like, they could have just, like, she's like, just leave, because I know you guys can leave, or whatever, or something like that.
Because she knows they're Planeswalkers.
And they're like, maybe she doesn't. Maybe the Chandra and Nissa are having that conversation. Whatever, it doesn't matter. They literally say that they're just not going to leave her there. It's like, yay, 3 people dying is better than 1.
Can't you just planeswalk away and then planeswalk back outside of the Deathlock Trap?
You can't control where you... I know that that's a rule. They don't...
It has to be because it's so stupid.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know because when they planeswalk, they end up in like...
Where they need to be.
Yeah.
Oh, let's planeswalk to Amonkhet. Oh, it's a desert wasteland? Well, good thing we found the city.
I mean, there was also... there was a story, an older story of Jace being in a jail and he planeswalk away and comes back to the plane somewhere else.
But either way, planeswalk away, come back guaranteed not there, and then find her. I don't know the problem.
Is it RNG? Because just keep going.
Yeah, just
random number. No random number generators.
This card's great. She's a kind old woman. She's actually pretty strong. Try it out if you really haven't, because it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and you get to play her. You get to go, Mrs. Brashiri.
Yeah, if you haven't watched that story on some podcast where they read stories.
Yeah, it's a podcast where he reads stories, but he does all the voices, and props to him because it's hilarious.
I honestly love it. We're fans. No shade being thrown.
Oh, I absolutely loved it. Literally, he's just, the one part. What character says Mrs. Bashiri?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Sahili or Rashmi?
It had to be Rashmi. Whatever.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Moving on. For the love of God, we need to move on. Varchild, Betrayer of Keldor.
This comes in at 239.
Great story. You betrayed Keldor. Honestly, I'm not super big on the carrying for this one. It's a really bad card. It's group huggy in a sense. You want to deal a bunch of combat damage, get your survivors, stockpile them, and then, I don't know, fling them or sacrifice them for some weird benefit.
I like this card. It's just, the thing is, you're a mono red and it becomes hard to deal damage at a point.
If this card had any other color, except for white, it'd be cool.
Even if it had white, it would make this card...
Like, if this was red-green, ooh, now I can really, like, giant growth it and do whatever else to get that many survivors.
If you can get a bunch of... the tokens and play Skull Clamp, you can draw a lot of cards.
This card is pretty cool with, like, Ember Cleave.
Oh, I love Embercleave.
Give double strike, and then you get that many survivors
I
you can.
want to play a deck with
Embercleave is a really cool Magic card.
I'm a big fan. I
Yes.
don't have a deck I can put it in, but I want to find it there.
Yes, this episode's getting lengthy. We got plenty more to go. Citra Giralf, we have covered more or less in past videos. He's brother-sister feudish, like frenemies with Gisa. Does a bunch of experiments. Partnered with Ludovic to make something. Prize Amalgam.
To make something.
Prize Amalgam, which stopped playing in Modern. So good job, buddies. Good job, guys.
Also, wait.
Mad Scientist.
Oh, they made Prized Amalgam, which has a story, but this is like Grave Merchant.
What?
Where it has a story, and the card is referencing something specific in the story, but it's
But
not
you can make more
legendary.
than one Prize Amalgam.
But
They could have made a bunch of amalgams together. They work together.
I mean, the Prized Amalgam sounds like very.
Well, when you say the Prize Amalgam, but if you say a Prize Amalgam, it doesn't sound like
You're right.
Oh, God. Okay. What are we on? Malthus, Fiend Seeker. Or, if you like laughing at card names, Malthus, Friend Seeker.
He goes out and he finds people and he goes, "See my friend."
Yeah, he brands you so that everybody knows you're his friend. But if you die, all your opponents gain 2 and draw a card.
Yeah,
It's fine, honestly. I've played with it. It's actually pretty fun.
it's a little bullyish. It can be bullyish. You also can't.
Sort of.
Downside, you can't put it on commanders. It doesn't do anything.
Yes, because they will not die. They will not go to the graveyard. They will be replaced by going to the command zone.
Yep. Which will stop your effect from triggering.
This card's good. Group Hug. You can even play selfishly. Mathis is just really cool. I like the character idea.
Yeah.
He's like, you will be noticed and gotcha.
And actually, he reminds me of Batman from Batman vs Superman. Where he brands people.
Oh, yeah.
kinda
That
is
guy
a-
was a jerk.
Yeah, that Batman's a big jerk. He kills way too many people.
He
on
just
that.
kills people.
He's just a murderer. Remember when Batman was a murderer? Because I do.
Oh.
Remember when Fiendslayer was a murderer?
Fiend Slayer. Oh, I gotcha. This card, I love the art so much. Safara, Sky's Blade, 236. This card is sweet. When you read this card, you just kind of, that little bad Magic player goes like, whoa, when you read it for the first time, for sure.
I mean, it's still pretty good. It's not even
Read
bad. So we have 4 white for flying, lifelink, 7/7. Other creatures with flying you control have indestructible. But instead of paying that cost, you can choose to tap 4 untapped flying creatures you control and pay 1 white. Boom.
1 mana for a 7/7? That makes all my guys indestructible? Now if you can give this hexproof and indestructible, now you're talking. Now we're talking.
This can easily be played on turn 4 in the deck that wants to be playing it on turn 4.
You can play it before that. Depends on how aggressive you are. If you're just every Squadron Hawk ever printed, every what is that thing? The lifelink 1/1 for flying, 1/1s for 1 with flying. Okay, you play those, and you can play this on turn 3.
Yeah.
You go flyer, play this.
How are you doing that?
Flyer.
Oh, you gotta.
Flyer,
you just gotta
flyer.
play all the sun. You went Suntail.
Suntail Hawk.
You
And,
want all this-
and Squadron Hawk, but you can't
Yeah,
play multiple copies.
Don't play Squadron Hawk.
No,
That'd be
don't
bad.
do that. But
Yeah,
your
you
cheap
said
flyers,
Squadron Hawk,
make
it'd confuse me
make
a
spirit
little
tokens. Make a bunch of spirit tokens.
Spectral
make a-
Possession.
Spectral Possession.
Super good.
Jam this out. Make you guys indestructible. Have fun.
Hey, have fun with it.
And it's lifelink, so you can really just get in the red zone without having to worry about the back.
You love using the term red zone for someone who doesn't like or care about sports at all.
That's true.
You use that
I
term.
also barely ever attack in Magic, so
You do when you talk on the channel. You use the term red zone. A lot.
red zone is like, who cares about sports?
What's the red zone, BZ?
Sports are dumb.
Oh, okay.
Una, Queen of the Fae, probably doesn't know because she's from a different universe. 235. What does she do?
She she mills. She calls
6 mana, 5/5 flyer. Mills, and then you make them many fairies, but you have to pick a color, so it's fun.
yeah. She just
Una's got great lore. 10 out of 10 lore, except not really.
9.
A1 lore, 9 out of 10 lore. She is the god of Lorwyn, basically. Everything gets affected by the Great Aurora except for the fairies. Just their whole lives are ruined and reversed and changed. It's insane.
And also
She clones herself, and that's what Marilyn is when they fight, and I don't even know.
Also randomly, so she's not affected by it, but also the giant that's sisters with Brian Stoutarm isn't. What's her name? Taps
Roshin.
Roshin. Yeah, she's randomly not affected by it. But also, Una makes the fairies not affected.
Una's great. She's a really cool character. Let's move on to Prime Speaker Zagana. Have you heard there's a deck archetype. It's called Simek +1/+1 counters.
At least this one.
This card is very interesting.
To be fair, this one does not need you to play +1/+1 counters.
No, this also you can just play big guys. You can just play Simek value, honestly.
Yeah,
6 mana, 1/1, enters with X+1s, where X is your biggest creature. When it enters, you draw cards equal to its power, so you can stack the trigger and go, oh, I'll giant growth it to draw 3 extra cards.
No, it's a cool card that's really good in this deck is like Golta. You're gonna have a ton of power on the board.
Oh, Golta,
So you
yeah.
can just play Golta for 2 and then play this and
Draw 13.
Oh, that's insane.
Drawing 13 is pretty good.
Super strong.
Yeah, it's really expensive. That's the downfall of it. If this was like a 3 mana card, obviously it'd be insane.
Still strong.
Yeah, still very good. Teysa, Orzhov Scion, the good Teysa, the one everybody appreciated and liked. And then they got bad other cards. 1 white, black for a 2/3, sacrifice 3 white creatures, exile target creature. Boom. Whenever another black creature you control dies, create a 1/1 flying creature token with spirit.
Oh, this is is Teysa one of the? Is he part of the cycle where she wants to play black and white?
Mm-hmm.
This is actually a really good one.
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
card's really cool. There's infinite combos aplenty with it, so watch out for that.
I mean, to be fair, most of these, like, if there wasn't so many bad ones, like this one's really cool. This one's made really well. It's designed well.
Name one Ravnica cycle that doesn't suck for 60% of it. Come on, that's every Ravnica cycle.
Shocklands. Ooh, we did it. Teysa's a cool character. She's not. She's cool back then, but she's way cooler.
Yeah,
she's
back then she's kind of conniving and like, oh, I'll get you Obza Daddy.
I'll
one
get
day.
you Gatewatch.
Obnixlos.
That's how Nixless and Tezzeret standing together.
And
shaking
Olimon.
them.
And Nicol Bolas.
And everybody who hates them,
Yes.
which is everybody.
Okay.
Is Teysa, this art is whatever.
The art's fine.
The new art is kind of...
They're both good. This card's fine. You want to make all your creatures black so that all your spirits trigger and make more spirits and blah, 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 blah. No infinite.
How do you do that?
There's ways to. I honestly couldn't tell you.
I can't think of one of them. Oh, Painter Servant. That's a really easy one.
Well, now it's legal, yeah.
Yeah, Painter Servant just goes infinite.
Bingo. You got that tech from us. Tell them the Nitpicking nerds sent you.
Yeah. Tell the Painter Servant that spiked to $4,010.
Yeah.
And the Nitpicking nerds thought of how good he is.
Mayel the Anima. 2/3/2. This is one of your original Big Fatties Matter commanders. So she is 3 mana for a 2/3. You pay 6 and tap her to look at the top 5 cards of your library. Reveal a creature card, power 5 or greater. Put it into play, and then put the rest on the bottom in any order.
This deck just says play fatties, get
Play
fatties.
Eldrazi, flash them in a turn. It's Thran Temporal Gateway as their commander.
You know what card's good in this deck? Golta.
Is it?
I mean, you're just...
Okay. I don't want to pay 6 for my Golta.
Why would you be playing 6 for?
Because Mayel put it out. I want to just...
Well,
I want to.
no, he gets that too, but like if he's in your hand, you're just getting fatty and fatty.
Not
so
necessarily.
it's like-
This might be a deck where you just only play ramp and just spam Mayo. So I don't want a 2 minute 12/12.
It sounds like you call her Mayo.
Mayel. Merrick
I said
Mayel.
Maya L.
Mayel.
Maya L.
Mayel.
I think it's Maya L.
That's dumb.
That's
What is she related to Kal-El?
stupid. Yeah, she's related to Kal-El.
Ooh,
That's why it's got 6 points for coolness.
All right, there's only one more commander, and it's going to be the easiest thing to talk about ever because we've already talked about it like 10 times.
We've only talked. I think this is only the second or third one.
This is like the 4th one. I don't know, but just let's
Sliver
go.
Overlord. It costs Wooburg for a 7/7. You can pay 3 to tutor up a Sliver, or you can pay 3 to gain control of target Sliver.
Yep. Slivers are fun. This card's really good because it's 3 mana demonic tutor. I just don't think it's interesting at all. Obviously, that isn't taken into account much because it's very much personal preference and not what the people want. If this was personal, this would be down in the 800s because I don't care. People love slivers. Slivers are sweet.
Something that this isn't something that actually I think matters for ranking a commander too much. Is if the deck builds itself or not?
It strikes away at how interesting the commander is.
Yeah.
Does the deck build itself? Yes.
Yes. Slivers build themselves.
How much different is this from the Sliver Queen deck?
There's just not enough slivers. There's not enough slivers. There's not enough variety to really expand and make something different.
And the 5 mana ones aren't different. They just say play slivers. They don't say play certain types of slivers, play certain color, play certain power toughness. They just say play any sliver.
Yeah. There's way too many of these.
Right. So with that happy note, we're going to end the video. We've got a couple shout outs and then we can send you on our merry way. Send us on our merry way? Whatever.
Send everyone on their merry way. Special shout outs to our 28 patrons.
Love you guys. We'd love to get some new faces in our Discord.
We love you all as much as we can without making you uncomfortable.
It's a fine line we rock on.
So all the old ones, we're giving you your shout out right now. We're gonna mention your names. You came up on screen, but we're gonna talk. We're gonna say your name.
We just love you guys because you literally pay for the show.
We literally you guys are amazing.
That's insane.
It makes us
insane. We got Zach Brew, Tyler Bunn, Taco Steven Richards, Silent Clockwork, Shade Lang, Rumbercules, Playing with Power MTG. We're just going to read them all. Pete Joffrian, Paul J. Dyson, Miss Beefy, I love it. Michael Van Lannen, Kyle Fife. We got Joseph Van Beetu, Jonathan Worrell, Jonathan Lester, Jonas Vincent, Joe Murray, Houdini, Hot Girls, Gregory Towell, Jeffrey S. Mercer. We got Evelyn Saris, Esper Ragnarok, Dustin S. Wright, Clemens Pole, Christopher, a lot of R's in this name, Christopher Moreno, and Chad, obviously, Bryce Blansett, Brandon Allen Trick, Benjamin Cash, Andrew Den, Adam D. Rhodes, every Patreon we've ever had.
Yep.
All of them aren't even patrons right now. There's only 28 of those names that are patrons.
That's fine. We love all of them, but even if you give us money once, we love you. We love all of you as much as we can.
You can throw a quarter at my face. Yeah, I'll still love you.
Yeah, as much as we can without making you uncomfortable. If you want to buy any of these cool commanders or any card,
TCG player, use the link, buy anything in the description, and support the channel. But we gotta go. That's longest end ever.
Yeah, because we're switching something up. Peace out, Tribe Scout.